right.
Hello.
Welcome back
Hi.
to my kind of convo. I am your girl, Criss,
And I'm your girl, Kim.
and just excited to do another episode.
Let's dive in.
Yeah.
Let's dive in.
Let's get in there.
Let's just swim it through.
Yes,
You know?
we're just keep swimming.
Alright.
If you don't know, you could definitely listen to us on different platforms.
Yeah,
You can
we're
get
on
your
Spotify,
podcast.
Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and visuals on YouTube.
Yes.
And Spotify as well.
Yes, very much so. Something we are very happy to now have. There it goes. Again, our love, with Criss, she's not here. And when she comes back, we'll take it
You'll
from
be the first to know.
yeah. Yeah.
Besides us.
Besides us. Exactly. Anyway, we're just gonna jump and dive in. It's been a while. Our last episode, which was our special, we had a lot to catch up
Oh my
on. It was
gosh.
literally a freaking year's worth of hey,
Hi.
yeah, it was a lot of comeback.
Welcome.
It was a lot of yeah, we're
here. We're here.
So-
we life, lifed.
and so
And it still is, but
took us a long time, but glad we could just dive right back in.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you want to?
I will.
All right.
I'm so excited about
Okay.
this topic.
Wow. I'm super excited to hear this myself. Let's go. All right.
So, as everyone knows, I'm avid TikTok scroller. I doom scroll.
Yes.
Doom it. Doom.
I apologize for that.
Because you got me into TikTok. I was not in TikTok at all. Was not. I was like, I'm not downloading this new app. Why should I download this app? Whatever. She got on TikTok and was like, yo, you should download this app. I was like, why should I? I already have other social medias. It's not
Because I was on the app and I found it fire.
right. So I download this app and I have been TikTok addicted since. I used to get, this is when I was one of the first ones to get on this app because of you. I used to get to the end of my For You page.
Oh.
I don't think I
ever experienced that.
When it first came out, there wasn't a lot of uptick on it. So people were just adding videos to add videos. I used to get to the end of my For You page. And I'd be like, oh, I'm done for the day. That's all the videos there is today.
That is news to me that there was an end.
There was an end.
That is crazy.
And it actually showed a message and it says, you have reached the end of the For You page. And I would just be like, that's cool. Done. Now, in recent years, have I ever reached the end of the For You page? No.
Well, no, because it's saturated. It's like saturated. No, I never reached the end of the For You page. I definitely got tired of it, or it would say, are you still on?
That lady tells me that all the time. All the time. I don't know who she is. Girl, you doing your job. But I'd be like, I'm tired and
I'm so done.
Or I got the little ball thing that's purple and it says take a break. Nah, swipe.
I'm so not on it anymore that I didn't know there was a ball thing.
There is a ball thing. Next time I see it, I'm gonna get you. I got you.
Got you.
But okay. I think they took away the auto scroll recently, which I'm not happy about because I used to just do auto scroll.
Maybe there's a feature
it was
on settings or something.
Probably
it's a turn on or off kind of thing.
It was a feature where you could turn it on one so. I'm an avid scroller when I'll do dishes and just put on TikTok on the background, just, so something is playing when I don't really have something to watch that I'm not really want to focus on. It's just doom scrolling and I can still scroll, but it will force scroll on its own. And it seems like that feature was taken out. I might be wrong, but I don't see it on mine.
I mean, maybe somebody else could chime in.
Yeah. But let me know.
Yeah.
But okay.
Check settings.
So anyway, back to my topic. So
get back.
Doom scrolling. I saw this amazing thing as a gamer. So back in the day, we used to watch this beautiful little show called Yugi-ho. Okay, it's time to duel.
Beautiful little show.
This beautiful little
I think it
show.
was a lot of 90s
It
kids
it
that
was
watched this.
it was on 4 Kids TV.
Okay.
All right, Fox. This was the anime version. Now you know when you got Japanese anime and switched to American anime.
Mm,
But this was like season 1. We got Yugi-Moto.
yeah,
We got Joey Wheeler.
sure do.
We got Taya.
Yes.
We got all of them. Seto Kaiba.
Mm-hmm.
We got Pegasus with his
Yes.
Millennium Eye, the Millennium Puzzle, all that.
Yes.
We season 1 in it.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
Duel. All right,
Yeah.
time to duel. I saw this thing, and it's a live action Yu-Gi-Oh on Tubi.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody knows about a good Tubi. Now we've gone through it before with Tubi. If you haven't heard about the Risa Tisa,
Yeah.
please.
I give all power to that woman and what she went through with Legion and God bless her. But when they created a whole movie about it,
My gosh, we did not watch it.
I am no avidly. I sat through what? How many? Like
It was like 50 episodes she went
something.
through.
Yes, it was like 50 something episodes
Mind you,
on TikTok. That's what brought me back
back
to
to TikTok
TikTok for 2.5 seconds.
because I didn't know about it because it hadn't showed up on my For You page.
But I had heard about it on the radio, and people would talk about, "Yo, have you heard about this Risa Teesa?" I said, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, "What are they talking about?" And I had to go on. I was like, "I'm gonna have to sacrifice my sanity to go back onto TikTok so that I can now like go and see what they're talking about." And I ended up finding this story, and I got you on it. Who else did I get on
Me
it?
and Risa Tisa,
I
we was
just
in it
I
together,
was spreading
okay?
the love on her story.
We I needed every episode back to back. The way she was talking in her car, in her
Yes.
apartment, all of it. I needed to know. I might go back and rewatch that.
I don't think you need to.
I think I do.
I don't think. But yes, there's a movie apparently on
There is a movie.
Tubi
Not even
about
Lifetime.
right.
No
We
Lifetime.
have
Taking
we
everybody's
have
story.
we have the pre lifetime movie. But all right.
Risa, girl, I hope you got paid for that,
I
girl.
hope so too because child.
How
And
your story,
I'll be honest.
it deserved to
now
be
you
on
got me because
Netflix.
I really want to see who plays her.
We not watching that. Yeah, I can't. Download it to me.
I'm not downloading to. I bet you we can find clips. Yeah, it's
I know
gotta be
you could
on there.
definitely find
All
clips.
right, so, yeah,
100%.
I just want to see who plays her. That's it.
You haven't seen the picture?
I've heard it, but I haven't seen. I remember watching a quick trailer, but
She
nothing
don't
that
look.
I was just
I
like,
don't think she look like Risa.
okay.
I don't think she look like
Okay,
Risa.
so, all right,
But that's
anyway.
my opinion. Anyway, all power to girl.
I'm dead.
I'm happy things came out in your life and you flourishing. But that was the last I saw. I should come back and just show you some love.
That was the most
But
important part.
yep. I'm gonna come back and rewatch that series. So this movie came out. Now this movie is not recent, but it just hit some real hype. Okay, this movie came out in 2005.
Oh, that
It
old.
came out in 2005. It is a fan-made short film. It is only 46 minutes,
Okay.
and it's called Time to Duel.
All right.
Now, I know it's a fanfic, but oh my goodness.
I shouldn't even say stop, but I have.
Because I made you see it. Because if I had to see it, you had to see it.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't even know what to fully say.
The
about-
party. No. We're going to start with Yugi.
Okay.
My main character.
Oh my
The Party
gosh.
City wig that they put on this gentleman for his hair to stand up like Yugi. And then the suit they put him in.
I don't even think you could really like say the Party City because they may have done.
They may have done a better job. You real true.
I don't even.
And they just came back. Welcome back, Party City. But no, that wig was bad.
Oh my gosh. I
It was a
wasn't
Halloween
when
costume
you
wig.
showed me the clip and it was like this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And it literally I saw the hair and I was just like, no, they went there. Oh no, they went there. They didn't even try to make his hair like the colors of it, like just to say like, hey,
Hey,
these are the
no.
colors of Yugi, so it represents. No, they did the
No.
full
It was the
on
full
style, like
now.
in the cartoon.
Now, I'm gonna be 100% transparent
Oh man,
and say I did not sit down and watch this 46-minute show.
yeah,
Did not. I refuse, but I did go down the TikTok rabbit hole
and
and watched what other people exactly what other people said about this movie. And I took on my own personal takes
All right.
on the clips that I saw, and I laughed for days.
I laughed at the ones you showed me. And then had to rewatch them a couple times. And then tried to show my fiance, and he refused.
You're not gonna kill this for me?
Yes, it was exactly what happened. He blatantly refused to watch. He said, "Absolutely." He's like, "I'm not watching that." And the thing is, we're video chatting with each other, and I'm literally trying to share it with him. He's like, "Absolutely not." He's like, "I refuse to watch this. I will not." I thought of all the things to put your foot down on. This was it. But this like it was literally like I refuse to watch this. I was like, you have to laugh with me. And he was not with it.
Let me explain something. The wig they put on the actor, and the acting is not great. Oh, this is worse than this is just bad acting. This is no
I
acting.
mean, if you're gonna get the lifetime before lifetime before lifetime
It's
I'm not
fan
expecting
made.
it to be great.
So
I'm expecting it, I'm not expecting over the top, like, top notch
Let me explain something.
A-list movie status type acting.
You should be one to talk.
What the
All
heck?
right, because
Where's
you
that coming
have
from?
no, you have made commercials and other things with actors
Not
who are
even.
your
They were
friends,
like they
quote
were
unquote.
friends. They were friends.
This is what I'm saying. These people were definitely the director, writers, friends. Okay. Okay. And you have done better.
Oh.
But this made it on Tubi.
I mean,
Yes,
they're
see,
trying to they're trying to go somewhere. So
it didn't
they're
go far
starting.
because it made it on TikTok. Okay.
Kimberly,
All right.
they're trying to. There's a starting point, and
That
so
wasn't it.
oh my god, Jesus.
It's so I'm gonna double check this fact, okay? Which I'm 98% sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Just
I need and we're gonna do this in real time. Real time.
okay.
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 This is how amazing it is. And I've just double checked my fact. It made it on Amazon Video.
Oh.
You have to pay for it on Amazon Video.
Who you paying?
You understand what I'm saying?
Who you paying? Like who are you? Who's that money going to?
That's
Because
a
this was
great
made in like
question.
2005. You
It
said.
was made in
So is it like I have
2005.
like a production company,
So
or is this just like a
I'm gonna get you the price too. Again, the movie is called Time to Duel.
okay?
You can watch it free on Tubi. It is on Amazon Video to rent it for 24 hours in high definition.
Oh,
$2.99. To buy this beautiful movie in high definition, $11.99. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this was it's on
again, I feel like people have to start somewhere. I'm trying to see the positive in it.
Okay. So originally the movie on Tubi, it says it came out in 2006. It in 2005, I'm so sorry. There's a discrepancy because on Amazon it does when I had just double checked it. We could put a little poster here of what the poster very much looks fan arty.
Fan arty.
Fan arty.
Okay. If you want to check it out, definitely check out
Poster.
the
It's go. It's
Insta or
I'm gonna put it up on Instagram and our socials. So time to duel. But there's also Amazon says it was made in 2021.
Okay, so oh wow.
Right. Right.
13 when they
So
made that.
2021?
Oh, 2021. Oh, I thought you said
2001.
But you said
2021.
like it was made in 2005.
2005. That's what Tubi states. On Amazon because I double checked this.
Yeah.
Amazon does state 2021.
So is it made in 2021 or in 2025?
That's a great
Because if it was
question.
made, all right, based off what I saw, honestly, it does look very amateur and it looks very 2005. Like that's why I wasn't surprised. I wasn't like oh okay that makes sense. It looks in that time frame. But if you're telling me
Yeah.
this was made in 2021,
I
I have a lot of questions,
I am
especially in today's day and age with cameras and phones and things like that. Like,
I'm getting closer to 2021 only because the actual actor who played Joey Wheeler in this short film posted on Reddit. Everybody knows I scroll Reddit as well.
of course,
Posted on Reddit saying, "Oh, I made this amateur movie. I was really bad at acting. I'm not good, but here's the trailer." That was posted 6 years ago. That would be 2019, 2020.
okay. So, but are you leaning towards that it was made in 2020, 2005 then?
I don't know. I'm leaning closer to it being out in 2021.
Okay. So, all right. So it's not, you're trying to say
IMDb
it's not as old as 2005, but it's
5.
not as young as 2021.
Yeah,
Because a movie takes time to make
it takes time,
before,
right?
you
But they
know.
also have an IMDb page,
Okay.
which we here. If we're gonna deep dive, we're gonna deep dive. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't know what IMDb, it's the movie database.
Mm-hmm.
Now continue. Um, the movie database
Mm-hmm.
does not have a lot.
Well,
Again, this is out of 10 stars. It was a 4.4. They gave it a 4.4. They are stating the release date of this film is February 19th, 2021.
okay. Well, release date. That's
That's the
different than
release date.
okay. It was released 2021. Doesn't mean it wasn't made in 2005. Okay? Because how many movies have we all seen that were like shelved for like
This
years
is a
and
fanfic.
Okay, yeah, but that's the next thing. Like maybe somebody realized like they
I
pulled it out of
mean,
their trunk somewhere that was like there for years, and now it's like, hey, I remember we made this.
I'm gonna have an update on this a little later. But okay, let me get back to these characters. So the person that plays Yugi with his wig, and then when they transform into the Pharaoh, if you've watched the show, you know he screams out Yugi-ho. This was so cool back in the day. Okay?
It really was.
This was so cool.
I mean, come
I
on.
say it now, and I'm like, oh man.
Like when you talk about it out loud, you're like,
Because I was in elementary school, and you know when we played
of
Duel
course.
Monsters, you had that one
You
friend
had that one friend.
who
Yeah.
said, Yu-Gi-Oh!
You think-
And they dropped their card. You the real one.
I mean, we were invested.
We were.
We were
Everybody
invested.
watched. It was
Mhm.
okay. This was back in the day when you had to run, and this was Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Yo, if we had to go out, and my parents, we used to record.
Of course. Absolutely. We're not missing Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because you have to force me to go with you and I gotta go shopping with you, shopping, and I gotta go get clothes for school and whatnot. Yeah, that don't mean I gotta miss my whole episode because you
See,
gotta take me where I gotta go because I have to follow your rules and instructions.
because we gotta talk about it on school on Monday.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I mean, come on. I mean,
Fun.
one of our brother's favorite songs
Oh,
was the brothers.
oh my God, he
Oh my
got a
god.
CD
He
from
got the whole
McDonald's
CD, bro. The whole CD. And played it
religiously.
religiously.
Oh my God.
Religiously. And I'm telling you, it came to the point we were singing that song like day in and day.
Oh, he got a C. I think it was free in his McDonald's, and that was the one song on that CD,
The whole CD.
the whole CD.
Yeah.
And when I tell you he played that song till that CD, I don't even think I know where that CD is.
Nah, that
But
would have
that
been a
was one
collectible
song, and I
today.
think it was his favorite song out of
Out
the
of the
whole
whole series. Yeah,
franchise.
the whole thing. The whole
That
series.
that man played
Yeah.
that song. I tell you, that CD could have scratched. We would have found the CD thinger to fix it.
Yo,
Mind you,
I
there was
tell
a
you.
CD fixer. Okay, yeah, and it had a little round thing, and you had to spray the
Yeah. You
solution,
had
and
to
you
put
had
it
to
and you had
turn
to
it.
turn it.
It was a
Yeah.
lot of work. It was a lot of work, but you made sure that CD worked.
I think if he had seen this series today, he would have been disrespected.
The
And I mean,
disrespect.
like, from the things that I did see, they
Even
they
okay,
they try they
they
tried. They
tried. They
tried.
did.
Now,
Okay,
if we had to really I mean, if we really had to talk about it, like
okay,
especially in today's day and age, representation means a lot. Okay? And for what they did at the time,
we still are not sure if it's 2005 or 2021. But go ahead.
right. I'm gonna be respectful and try to say, I'm try to give them the benefit that it was
Okay.
2005. But if that's the case, I'm trying to
I'm leaning
say,
closer to 2021.
I'm gonna say that representation matters.
Representing of what?
uh, like cultures and different characters, and it
I,
matters.
I wish I could see myself in this moment watching you because um there was no culture in this
I'm trying to be
adaptation.
nice.
And I'm going to call it an adaptation because it is an adaptation of an anime.
Yes, it is.
Okay? It's an adaptation of an anime.
It is.
Now, now, poor Joey, the poor actor that played Joey, hair changed 3 times in 45 minutes. All right. They didn't like it. They put him on a wig. They didn't like the wig. They restyled the wig. It was bad. The two girls, it was Taya and the other one, Lord, I don't remember her name. Mai.
Hmm.
Mai was like the sex symbol, kind of the show. If you remember Mai, she was the blonde
I
haired
remember
one.
my.
Yes.
I remember, and then I remembered the actress they put.
Yes.
Yes.
Nothing against the actress. Nothing against the actress. But that wasn't it. That's all I gotta say. The actors, when you put them next to they cartoon counterpart, that wasn't it. The best, and I say this in the best way possible, best worst counterpart was Seto Kaiba. I'm so sorry. I have to do this. The actor who played Seto Kaiba. Now these characters are teenagers or young, very young kids. Okay. Oldest I would say they are is about maybe 14, 15 ish.
Yeah.
Yugi might be a little younger only because he is smaller
Yeah.
in stature and things, but they took him in, these are his good friends, whatever, whatever. I'm gonna say Max Haiba, being that he owns a company, is like 18. Okay, he could be 17. You know, there things happen. He could be 17. Um, the actor look like he 47. He closer to 50.
I mean,
Stop. I'm not even going there. He closer. No, it was not right. It was not rightly casted. Okay,
I
that's
mean,
all I'm gonna say. It was not rightly casted. We not gonna go there. I know where you going.
no, what I was gonna say was like Yugi himself did not look like
Yugi's supposed to be like 10,
that man
11.
looked
That's a grown man.
that man's look like
He's 30.
you being nice. I was gonna say like almost 40. His looked like he went through it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, he's playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
I have again not sat down and watched the 40, I think it's 46 minutes of this show. But what I seen, mind you, you didn't see this clip, and this is why I'm saying I am going closer to 2021. They actually animated the monsters to come out of the cards.
I think I did see a clip of that. And I was like, oh.
It's real old school CGI. It's it's not even good CGI. It is a fan adaptation.
Yes. I mean,
Again,
give props where props is due. They
dude,
tried.
they tried and you
They
made it
tried.
on
I,
Tubi,
I,
and I think the director's name is Stefan or Steven. People say it differently. Goo or Grow. Um,
yes.
I give you props for even putting it out there, my friend.
Yeah.
And no.
Damn. Kim, I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt and just be like, only because with the amount of technology, like I remember when I was going to school and I was learning about film, and I started with JavaScript and then just learning how to animate that, and then learning how to curate codes. I mean, we grew up in a time with MySpace was first born and creating our own pages and coding. But then
HTML.
taking those things and actually applying it from when I was younger to now older and in college, and now utilizing codes in different ways to make graphics move and stuff like that. And that was very basic, rudimentary, still 2D kind of situations, but I had to make it move. But I was learning, you know what I'm saying? In that time frame, it was like around like 2000.
We talking 2000 like 4,
Like no, well, I
5.
graduated '05, so I was, it was past that. It was like
That's
that
7.
was between like 7 to like 10, or 10 to like, so, but like it was rudimentary stuff that I was learning, and then coding for like robots and learning
Mm-hmm.
graphics and
STEM.
basic films and the start of it and all of that stuff. So, and then at the time I was using Adobe Premiere, and I was using
Oh,
Final Cut Pro, because I was using, at the time where I went to school was a lot of Mac. So trying to utilize that and basic graphics, at the
yeah.
time. At the
That's
time.
still older than this film.
I was trying to be nice, okay? I was trying to be nice and say that maybe, there's still a time where, they still didn't have it all together. I've tried to save y'all. That's all I can say. She not
Not having
she
it.
not having it.
And I refuse, and people come to me at the comments, so I refuse to watch it. I will rewatch the clips and internally smile.
I mean, you kind of have to give it a little more justice. Like try like if you're gonna talk about it, let's give it a little justice. Like
I think it might be on YouTube. I'll watch it on YouTube.
yeah, like I think you could like watch it for free. I don't say you gotta go on like pay for it. I'm just
No, no, no.
saying
I
give
could
it a
watch the
shot.
whole thing on TikTok if I really wanted to. You think these people? Somebody put that up. Somebody put that up.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
get it against them TikTok people. Me on my end, I can only do 15 seconds, but there are
I'm
people
jelly.
on there
I'm
that
not
could
gonna lie
do.
though, from the little bit that I did see, I was cracking up. Uh,
Couldn't help but show. I had
I'm
I
sorry.
had to show.
I think somebody who has like fully watched it, let us like tell
I
us.
need
What are your thoughts?
I need these thoughts. I need you to tell me, Mo. I'm will no, I can't watch it. There have been movies where I could only watch the first 3 minutes, and there have been bad movies. I'm sorry, M. Night Shyamalan, that was a bad movie. Watched the whole thing and was upset. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So, not gonna do it. Because you love M. Night Shyamalan. Not gonna do it.
This is the one movie I'm not gonna discuss. We're not we're not gonna do it.
You know it was bad too because you watched a few episodes.
So again, let us know. Again, what's the name of the movie again?
Time to duel.
If you do watch it or have watched it,
Oh, that we're just bypassing this because I could talk about that all day.
let us know what you think in the comments. And we'll revisit this in the future
I I give me a few weeks. I'm gonna get you a few updates.
with calmer people.
With calmer people. I'm calm. This is calm.
All
Totally
right.
calm. That's my segment for today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Go ahead. Let's move on.
All right. Well, um, I wanted to talk about something just a little more different and things that like we recently took a test that was given to us by one of our friends,
I did
a
take this
really dear
test.
friend of ours. And they were like, this test it is can be found on it is called bdsmtest.org. So bdsmtest.org. And basically when you take this test, there are two different versions. There's a short version and there's a long version. Now, I am going to give a warning. This is my warning. If you are very much not into particular kinds of interactions during physical with your partner, partners, whoever you're handling. If you're not very open to certain situations, e.g., like BDSM,
So
bondage,
it there you go.
bondage, masochism, sadism. If you're not into certain kinds of talks during physical interaction, like someone saying, "Oh, I like to be called daddy," or "I like to be called mommy," or like those kinds of things, or situations where you act like quote unquote a brat, and you have a tamer or things like that, then this is not the app for you. This is not the test for you, because it definitely goes down that rabbit hole. And if you are not willing to throw yourself down it like Alice, then I would just say stay around the top, cover that hole up, pat it down, and walk away. This is not for you. But if you are more open and you are adventurous and you have more of a kind of kink or
Kink.
want to kind of are
Explore.
interested and yes and kind of more explore it and look into it and you kind of want to have an idea of what it is, then maybe I would say take the short test. If uh, um, you're more adventurous and you've gone down and you've tiptoed around it, if you or you've experienced it and you want to kind of know more about yourself in terms of it, then take the long test. It's a These tests really do kind of just show like what your interest is as a person, whether you are single, married, polyamorous, monogamous, all those other things. It really does kind of show like exactly how you're feeling, and what your interests are when it comes to, and this is for heterosexual, transsexual,
The whole
the
spectrum.
whole spectrum. This just kind of guides you and helps you to understand yourself better as a person and what your interests are. And also, if you are do have a partner or partners and you do want to let them know more about what you're interested in, it's a good way to gauge that. It's a good way to open that door of conversation or open that door to allowing them to know and kind of support you in that world,
Yes.
in those
That
fields,
part.
that part of you. So, why do I bring this up? So, one of the things that I have watched or seen a lot of lately is about people and their different kind of ratings or their different kind of feelings when it comes to intercourse with other people or partners or whatever the case might be, and then what that term and what in turn that looks like. So, we know a lot about there's the dominant
Mm-hmm.
and there's the submissive. So you not always, but there's always that person who's more dominant in the relationship. So when we think of dominant, and not just in terms of just sexuality and sex, but we're talking about dominant in terms of like caregiver support, head of household in some terms, things like that. Dominant at work, dominant in friendships, dominant. There's a lot. There's you always know there's that one person who like runs it all. And then you have more submissive, and you have a submissive person, and a submissive person can be more relenting and okay with someone taking charge, being the head, following, leading, them taking care of everything, and they know they're well taken care of, or responding to things that are requested of them,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be done in or seen across different boards. Okay. But I'm more adhering to partners and partnerships and in more of a relationship type of context. And a lot of people, when they hear dominant, they definitely think more aggressive. They think more in charge. They think more of the lead of what they, how to put it, more of like them being, this is what we're doing. This is how. Now, I know a lot of people would probably think like 50 Shades of Grey. I think that's probably like the best,
It's the
most basic way of me explaining. You have Christian, if you haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey, you have Christian, and then you have Anastasia. And he has this thing where he is a very dominant person in the relationship, and he just works with submissives.
But he's very dominant also in not just that way. He's dominant in all
Right,
aspects.
but I'm only adhering to the relationship part.
Got you.
So yes, he's dominant in. I mean, he has a whole company. I mean, yeah, but
Financials, all that.
financials, the head of his household. He runs things like a captain. But when I'm talking about in the relationship aspect, he's very well aware that I am in control.
Yes.
Period. And then Anastasia comes into play where she's learning and she's figuring it out,
She
but
bends
she
him.
she tests him. And it's different for him, but that's a whole nother can of enchiladas. Um, but that's the kind of dynamic I'm kind of talking about. So, with a dominant and a submissive, there's always that one who's here and that one who's here. But in a lot lately, what I have seen and experienced, and I think this comes from a lot of 90s kids, 2000s. I could be wrong. It could even be from previous, but I've seen it more in this realm, especially just associating it with a lot of people I've been around. And I've learned that there's also a thing called alpha submissive. So now, alpha submissive is a person who knows exactly what they are. They're not afraid to assert their needs and desires, but they find fulfillment in submission when it's done on their terms. So, this form
Ooh.
of submission is not giving up control, but rather about willingly choosing when and where to relinquish it. So, yes, they are dominant in parts of their lives, they are dominant in parts of their relationship, but they are very open and willing to be submissive at times on their terms, when and where. So that has been quite something because I not to like put myself out there crazy, but I have learned that I am a dominant person in certain aspects of my life.
Right.
When it comes to where I'm at in my career, where I am at in terms of certain parts of my life, that I definitely take the lead on a lot of things. But I do know that there are times where I definitely want, and it's not to say take the step back because I'm not taking a step back, but I
Hmm.
want to relinquish a lot of certain things to my partner.
Right.
And so that's where it's like, wow, that is a very interesting. I said, does this exist? And I had to really do some, like you said, deep
Digging.
dive, some
Yeah, deep
digging,
dive.
because I've only ever heard this and this, but to hear, no, there's also this. And I was like, oh, this is a thing now. So this is, I could be both. It's kind of like being where I'm learning, you know, how you learn that you're introvert and an extrovert.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was very, you know, there are people who are very introverted and there are people who are very extroverted.
But you
Um,
can be both.
but then you could be both, you know, and sometimes that's not done because it's purposely like, hey, I want to be both on purpose.
Yeah.
But it turns out that sometimes just life takes you down that path,
100.
you know, where I have learned that I have to be extrovert for this. So, but my introvert self is screaming for some time and I got to take that time. So, in learning about being an alpha submissive, I was very curious about where else do I land on this in this? Because now I feel like it's not a kink, but it is a kink. So I was like, where else do I land in this? And then when our friend
Hmm.
gave us this test,
Hmm.
and then I was like, let me jump down this. You know, I'm gonna be Alice. I want to sink down here and
No,
see
you
what's
didn't just
happening.
jump. You dove. It was a it. The test came out, and she like, "Ooh, finished it." I said, "Whoa, whoa, oh, whoa!" I
Look,
bet.
I think it was just so that I can like really understand what do I do like?
Hmm.
What do I not like? What are my interests and what are not my interests? And I was pretty surprised. I was well, I don't think I was surprised by the first one, but I which I'm not going to say what that was. But
Nobody
I
need to know these codes.
the other things that I was pretty surprised about was like some of the things that I was just like, oh, well, that's interesting.
Hmm.
And I wasn't expecting that. And that's something that is like, oh, okay, I know myself more. And I had my partner also take the test, and now I learned more about them. And I
That
was just like, oh, oh,
makes
I
sense.
makes sense. You know? So like, you know, like I said, this definitely goes down that path of like things that you may definitely have a issue with like looking into. Again, take the shorter test or don't take the test at all. But there are other things like there are things like being submissive, of course, being a brat. A brat is just like, you know, acting bratty and
Testing
testing the
the
waters,
waters.
definitely testing your partner's patience. There's of course vanilla. If you know vanilla, it's pretty plain basic regular schmegular normal person. There are the switch. So switch is between dominant and submissive. So that I didn't know. We didn't know that existed, where you can switch between the two. There's the voyeur who likes to watch. There's the dominant, of course. There's primal, which is the hunter, and then there's primal, the prey. Um, there's an exhibitionist. There's rigger. There's age players. There's a lot,
It's a lot.
and I'm not gonna list them all because it could get really weird.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it can get in there.
it could get in there, and not, you know, it again. You have to be brave of heart for that. But I think it was just learning more about different things like that and
Mhm.
having like have like and I guess just wondering like what have other people learned about themselves
Mm,
or thought about when it came to that kind of stuff.
right.
So like I know you took the test.
I
So
did.
what did you and did you and your partner take the test? What did your partner? Because I knew you.
Yeah. Said, I'm tired.
I'm done with him.
Okay. Um, so when I took the test, um, did I find out anything interesting about myself. Are you? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, or did you? And then what did you think about it?
I feel like I had taken this test before,
Mm.
but like years ago.
Oh.
I think I'd maybe just come about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like, oh, okay, I take it. Did not think a lot about it. Um, I think I was very young
Oh,
when I
okay.
took it,
Yeah.
and not as
I feel like it kind of sounds like a, like a cosmopolitan kind of thing.
Yeah,
know,
back this is
back in-
so aging us. So like I just went off into a corner. Back in the day, Cosmo, Teen Cosmo, any type of Cosmo, had relationship quizzes.
Yeah.
And you would take the quiz. Now, you never wrote in pen, and you never wrote in the Cosmo
Absolutely
magazine.
not.
You had you a piece of loose leaf paper, you and your girls.
Dead.
Okay? We sat around the Cosmo, and everybody answered.
Mm-hmm.
And then you, at the end of the Cosmo, depending on the amount of points or however it
Yeah.
fell in,
Told you,
it
like,
told you, your certain things.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so,
whatever the rating was.
oh my God. I
Yes.
just aged myself.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It used to be
Cosmo,
like,
does Cosmo
if
still
you
do
had
that?
1 between 10 or 110 between 20 or
That
20 and
means
more.
this. Oh yeah. Do they still do that?
I can't tell you. I can't remember the last time I bought a Cosmo.
Is Cosmo still around?
Yeah. That is so sad.
I haven't been in a magazine stand in a really long time.
Like, I see them in Walgreens and I'm like, mm.
But the Cosmos, okay, just a side note. Cosmos I see in Walgreens are like the special edition Cosmos, more like the 100th year anniversary of this, 25th year anniversary of that. And it's the special editions. They're not the regular, like, monthly Cosmo magazines.
I guess not. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Mind you, just
We used to
another
have a
side note,
subscription.
there's still highlights around. If anybody knows what those are, highlight magazines are still around. They have a monthly subscription box. Just putting that out there. I got so excited when I saw it at my old self. I was like, oh my God. But just
That's
say,
because you used to get them. You used to get them in the mail. I
for free.
mean, for free. Yeah. We don't know how that happened.
But now it's a whole box
yeah.
of different things.
Well,
they've moved up in the world.
They have.
You know? All right. Back to right. About myself.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my list. Hold on. Some of it was very like, yeah, that's not me. that's that's not me.
I think what was surprising was how many hundreds you got. And I was just like, how does she have hundreds in this, and this? I did not get 100 in anything right across the board. 90 something. Things like that.
We're gonna be
This
honest.
Trika over here got like 100. I said, what the heck?
I have 3 100s.
Out of a list of like almost like
20
something.
20 things. 3 of them I am 100%.
That was wild.
And I think so one of my hundreds I'll talk about is Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And that alpha
Submissive
is what it is, because again, I'm very dominant and I'm a very independent person in a lot of factors in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of factors in my life.
Yeah.
But there are also different areas where I choose to be submissive.
Yes.
I choose to let that go. And sometimes, which I had this recently, to not have that full control and dominate was very hard for me.
Yes.
To give up, it took me a really long time to accept to give up a certain part of this.
So
I was planning an event, and there was a certain part where I did not have control.
Yeah.
When I had control of everything else.
Yeah.
And it took more than 4 people, 5 therapy sessions, and a lot of sitting down with myself to be like, you have to let this go
Yeah.
because I cannot dominate it. I cannot say what's happening. I cannot control it. It was hard because I did not choose to be submissive in that aspect. I was
Right.
forced.
Right. And I think that's the part. But that's the thing. With an alpha submissive, you are actually choosing.
Yeah.
But in this respect, it's like you didn't have
I
that
didn't.
choice. You
Oh
had
my
to give
gosh.
it up.
So it's still thinking about it, and I'm just like, oh, still hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And even the parts of it that went through, it went through fine.
Right.
It was fine. Was it on my timeline? No. And 100% no. But I had to
Okay, so
do
you had
that.
to do it, but now after looking back on it now, was it the right decision?
I'm still not 100% about that.
Damn. Coaching anybody with her tonight. I'm so sorry.
No, I am not. But that's also the dominance and the planner in me.
Right.
I am such a planner.
Right.
And you know this. I can put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. We'll make it happen. Um no, I'm just, and when I take charge of something, I take 150% charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're both in that aspect. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's very hard because it's like I'm so used to planning it, knowing it, controlling it, running it,
I tell you what to do.
and directing and
Mm-hmm.
ensuring that everyone does their part and it's done effectively.
Mm-hmm.
This way, whatever is going on is done completely.
Right.
And I expect it in a certain time frame. If I want it by the end of the day, I'm expecting it by the end of the day. And if I don't get it at the end of the day, I get bothered very easily because it's like now you're setting me back or you're setting back other things. And if this part isn't done, now I'm frustrated because now I have to now pull up on you or I have to pull up and do it myself. And then I'll be that kind of person that's like, I should have just did it
I
myself.
should have just did it myself because then it wouldn't have I wouldn't be looking at this and I wouldn't be frustrated.
Right. Right. And I think that's the part where I've been doing this dive into dominant submissive because again, it's been like there are times I don't want to be dominant.
I don't. I'm such a dominant person in so many aspects of my life. There are times where I just want to be catered to.
Yeah. I just want to be the passenger princess.
Hello. I'm not all the time.
I need more of that.
But like and even and it's not, let's say that it's not in a sexual way
all the time.
all the time. It's just in a, somebody could just be like, I got it.
Right. Right.
Doesn't and the best part of it is when it is your partner. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. All right. You know, it made me feel good. All right. I see you out here in these streets. All right. All right. Let me get we're gonna talk about this later. Kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I completely understand. So I the list for me, from what I remember from, like, if I really don't remember much of it, I'm in a whole different place as an adult as well for my list. And certain things I could have said, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah. And then some things were like, oh, interesting.
Right.
Very interesting.
Like things you didn't know. Like you're like surprised a little.
I was a little surprised about a few things that were very high numbers.
Oh, yeah. You're like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
I expected that. But
I didn't expect that. And that number.
Yeah.
Pretty high. I had a lot in the 70s.
Yeah.
I had a lot in the 70s. I'm not gonna go deep into what about,
Yeah, of course
not doing that.
But
yeah. It puts a lot in perspective for yourself.
Yeah.
And things that you personally like.
Yes.
Especially, I think even at the age I am now, versus, let's not even say I did this test 10 years ago. I was a whole different person
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago versus
Agreed.
now.
Agreed. Yeah.
What I've gone through mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. Let's even put it when I was 21.
Right.
I was a whole different person. Money was ain't got that no more. But but I'm just saying, like, I was definitely a whole different person,
And a whole different
a
mindset.
whole different mindset.
Yeah.
Things were, it just was what it was. Now, now I look at it and I'm like, all right, all right, all right, all right. You know, just plus I've had a lot more experiences.
Right. And I think also it's just a good gauger to see like where you were and where you are now
Yeah.
too.
Now I wish I did have those results to see
The change.
the change.
Yeah, the differences.
Um, I have that's why when our friend sent the website, I looked at it, I was like, I know this. This look familiar. This is not something I go to on a regular.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no.
It's not a
Nah. Definitely not something I would always deep. It's just a
no.
good way to like
It's
a good tester.
you know what? And not just in relationship wise, but even as a single person,
Yeah.
it's a great way to test yourself and just be like, oh,
Yeah. I mean, that's why I was saying like it's not just for people in relationships. It could be anybody, honestly. Any kind of relationship in any kind of gender. I think it's just a good way to gauge yourself.
right.
Self just knowing what you want and what you like, because I think a lot of people, and I'm not talking about young people, I think a lot of older people at times too, like they don't know or they're afraid to really express themselves. And we've learned life is really short to kind of limit yourself to just one thing because of either society, all you've learned, haven't learned enough, or experienced. So always like do your own work to like explore and know yourself, because to know yourself is to then give of oneself to someone else,
Ooh,
you
love
know
that.
and I always felt that if you don't know yourself enough, how could you give yourself to someone else and ask them to know you?
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair, and that's not okay, and that's something that it comes with experience, but it's better to always know yourself first. That way you can talk to someone else and
Yeah.
tell them like this is what I like, this is not what I like, this is how I am in my life, and this is what I'm looking for from you. When we're in this together or we're not, whatever relationships you're in.
Right.
So, I agree with you. And that's why I said like it's for anyone who is open minded.
Please be open minded.
Open minded.
If you gotta be open, not just with yourself, but with everybody. Be open minded with,
Right.
especially this test, and be honest with yourself.
Because it's for you.
At the
It's
end
for
of the day, it's for
you.
you. It's a personal test.
Yeah, you can like take the test and not, and it doesn't have to be for anybody else. Even if
No,
somebody gave it to you and they're like, "Did you do it?" and you're like, "No," but you did do it. That's for you.
it's for
And
you.
that's okay, because again, it's learning about yourself. But like I said, it's not for everybody. And it is if you're very conservative or you're very staunch or anything like that, by all means, you do not need to take this test. It is just something I thought was very interesting. I thought it was very eye opening, and it helped me to know more about what my interests and likes are. It gave my fiance an insight into my likes and vice versa. And
Yeah.
so, it's a really good, I use it as that, and,
It's a
and
good
that
jumping
tool.
point.
Yeah.
That I think that's especially where you're taking this to. It's a great jumping point, and also to do your own research.
Yeah.
Do that deep dive if you're interested in it. Like to know more about yourself.
Like if I learned that, yeah, he likes to be more dominant, and I learned that I like to switch it up, right? Then how does that work in our relationship? What dynamic is this? Are we talking about this?
Yes.
Like it opens the door for more conversation, and it opens the door for us to really be like, all right, how do I cater to your needs, and how do you
Mhm.
cater to my needs, and how do we move forward with this information? What does this look like? Things like that. That's all it is, and it's just a conversation. And then it could go somewhere, it could go nowhere. But
It
at the
could
end of the
it
day, it's
could
just an
just be
interesting tidbit.
it could be like they roll over and fall asleep.
Right,
This
that's
is what it
great.
is.
That's it. They're like, oh, that was a great test. I'm going to bed.
Right.
I took a math test today. So just let us know. Like, have you ever taken this test? Are you interested? Does it intrigue you? And if you have, what have you learned that you're open to sharing? That's okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah, personalized,
yeah.
personal.
And what do you think about dominant submissive and alpha submissive? How does it play? Have you ever seen it playing a role in your life or anyone around you? And do you really think that's a real concept, a real
Ooh,
thing?
yeah.
I did change the words because it does relate a lot to females. And I didn't, we didn't deep dive into it, but it is something I've seen predominantly on around a lot of females. But I did want to open it to say that there are people who are also in that same position, not just cater
Hmm.
it to one gender. But if this does speak to you and it is something that you are now noticing yourself, let's talk more about it. I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So,
We've reached that section. Yeah.
so, I,
I mean, I go. All
yeah.
right. So, as we all know, I'm a little bit of an avid gamer. But my recommendation is a mobile app that I am addicted to. It's so bad. So bad. So, I am a Monopoly Go player. I play it multiple times a day. It's very bad. I think I have two accounts at this point. Shh, they don't know. Two different devices. But I love Monopoly Go. I am so high in my rankings. Now, I've gotten a little about it, but if you'd like to play with me and be my friend, please hit me up. I'll
Done.
send you my friend code. I love playing Monopoly Go. It is on all mobile platforms, even tablets. It's very cute. It's very fun. It can be very annoying with certain people, but you can just block them so they don't hit your town anymore. So yeah, have fun with me. Send me your friend code and play Monopoly Go.
I don't play. It's not my thing. Um, but yes. There's a reason, but I don't play. The thing is, that's great. My recommendation, it's pretty much like a brain break. Um, and I find it very interesting and very short. If you're interested in something that takes like a half hour to 45 minutes, depending on how fast you are. I learned about Zuru. And Zuru does a lot of, if you see, they do like books, mini books, or the mini brands. That's Zuru. So if you ever seen the mini brand toys or the mini books that people were collecting on TikToks or things like that, they have also gone into Max Bricks. So Max Bricks is basically like Legos. But they're really small Lego models that you can make pretty quickly, and they are so, I find them so interesting, so much fun too. And they are, as I remember, Lego compatible. And you can create like the ones I've created so far, like little arcade game system. I've created the TV. I've actually created a little boombox. And the next one I plan to create is the computer, old school with a mouse. So I love the models because they are really just fun, nostalgic, and because the TV is very old school, like those big, bulky, we had to go and antenna TVs. So they're all this
Retro.
very retro and very nostalgic. So I have been enjoying just taking like a half hour to an hour max to really just sit and build it together. Very easy instructions, and it helps to just like give my brain a break from the TV or from like other things if I just want to just take that moment and just build something. So I highly recommend if you're really interested in these little tiny builds. You can give them away, you can keep them, you can put them away, however you want to do with them, but
Seal them with super glue.
then do so. Um,
Gaggle.
they were about 10.99 each, not too crazy. And I found them at Target, so I highly recommend if you want something different to kind of work on or put together, that you get Zuru Max bricks. They also have the flowers, and they have other ones that they're coming out with. They do like the little sushi and food stuff. It was pretty cute.
Okay.
So I recommend Zuru Max bricks. All right. Well,
See it.
that was
Let's
it.
hit it.
Again, you can
Okay.
find us on
All
so
right.
many platforms. If you're interested in listening, and also on YouTube if you want to watch. And we really appreciate you guys taking the time and listening to us. So we hope to catch you in the next one. And this has been
My kind of convo.